You took the only light I ever worshipped and left me breathing in the ruins. Now hear me well. If her soul cannot return from death, then your world shall follow her. The night she died, the constellations shifted, like nervous prophets averting their eye. Even the river carried silence carefully, as though afraid to memorize the sight. They once carved my name in sacred marble, fed me incense, wine and prayer. A black sun seated above their kingdoms, half messiah, half nightmare. But devotion is a blade that rusts slowly. Reverence decays into fear, and fear when dressed in holy language can make betrayal sound sincere. So they dragged her through the lantern gardens, beneath their banners white as bones, while I stood chained inside the temple, listening to her final song. Now every corridor smells like morning, every mirror fractures at my touch, and every dream the kingdom worshipped has begun to rot beneath the dust. Now every crypt exhales her name, every shadow wears her face, and grief has made a throne inside me, where only vengeance prays. Oh, rise now, children of the curses, moonlight, slowest beating under dead ground, calling her name through the night. Rise now, dark drums synchronize, every grave becomes a doorway, every tear becomes divine, and I still hear her singing inside the sulfur rain, and soft as poison bell veins. So dance my phantom legion, dance beneath blood-red skies. Tonight the dead shall carry my sorrow back to life. I learned the language of necrosis, the scripture hidden under scars, where worms compose their psalms in silence, and sorrow rearranges stars. My fingers smell of myrrh and grave soil, of ancient venom candle smoke. I stitch my soul to forbidden rituals, the night my final mercy broke. Now widows lock their doors at sunset, mothers hide their sons from me, because the dead begin to murmur whenever I breathe their elegy. And through the blackened forest arches she walks inside my fractured mind, barefoot, bleeding, softly singing like doom wrapped in a lullaby. The river carries bones tonight, the crows all circle clockwise now. Even God averts his tired eyes when vengeance leaves the ground. Oh, rise now, children of the cursed moonlight, swords beating under dead ground, calling her name through the night. Rise now, hear the drums synchronize, every grave becomes a doorway, every tear becomes divine, and I still hear her singing inside the sulfur rain, and soft as poison velvet. So dance my phantom legion, dance beneath blood-red skies. Tonight the dead shall carry my sorrow back to life. Pipe organs cry like dying emperors, silver chalices spill blood-red rain. The cathedral cracks down the middle as I whisper her forbidden name. I never feared the hand of dying, I fear surviving her goodbye. So I made a pact with something ancient, and taught the sleeping earth to rise. Now armies bloom from open coffins, their hollow eyes reflect my grief. 1,000 drums beneath the soil march to the rhythm of my knees. Rise now, let the heavens choke on moonlit fire. Every ghost meet the earth tonight, sings her name like a funeral choir. Rise now, hear the drums synchronize. Every wound becomes an anthem. Every grief becomes divine, and I still hear her singing. And beyond the shattered gates, soft as falling embers, cold as falling back to march beneath blood-red skies. Tonight the dead shall carry my vengeance back to life. I want a resurrection, but grief only taught me calm.